What's up, YouTube? You know what I'm saying? It's been a little while, you know what I'm saying, since I did a reaction video. Before we even jump into this video, we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to hit 200 before February over. So with that being said, I'm gonna be bringing a lot of heat to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, we're gonna jump into straight training videos because a lot of people been telling me about 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying, being arrested by the government. I don't even know the name of it or whatever. I gotta look. Arrested by ICE. I don't know the name of what the real meaning behind ICE is. I forgot. But 21 Savage, in this interview I'm about to show you guys, you know what I'm saying, he is he's saying basically he's in fear for his life. He's in fear of getting deported. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, this video gonna be a little bit different from my music reactions. We still gonna be bringing those, but you know what I'm saying, being deported, to people who don't know, is when you aren't an illegal citizen of the United States and you came here illegally, or you came here on a 6-month visa and you stayed past that time. 21 Savage allegedly came here when he was 12, but it was only on a 6-month visa. He stayed until now, which is now 2018, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't understand, because 21 was booked on felony charges before, so he should have been, I don't know, they should have found that out then, but I don't know. But you know what I'm saying, the government be messing up and they think they perfect, you know what I'm saying, that's basically what be going on. So before we get into this video, I would like for y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, because this is my first time seeing the interview. I haven't seen it yet. I hope you guys haven't, you know what I'm saying. But without further ado, let's jump into it. This your boy Fat Dude. As y'all already know what time it is.
Now to our ABC News exclusive. Rapper 21 Savage speaking out for the first time since his release by ICE. The hip-hop artist, who was born in England, was arrested by immigration authorities for overstaying his visa, held for 9 days, forcing him to miss his performance at the Grammys. He sat down with ABC's Lindsay Davis here with this exclusive interview. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. Yes, he was born in England, but 21 Savage says he is from Atlanta. He says it's where he grew up, starting in first grade. From the moment he was first detained, his legal team says there's been a lot of misinformation. And less than 24 hours after being released from an ICE detention center, 21 Savage sat down with us to set the record straight.
A rising star in the music industry, 21 Savage is considered Atlanta rap royalty, known for chart-topping hits like Rockstar, which features his distinct voice. A song he was supposed to perform at this year's Grammys, where he was nominated for 2 awards.
Song 21 Savage, it should be here tonight.
But instead of gracing the stage at the premier event in music, he was being held in an immigration detention center in South Georgia. Many fans were stunned to learn the rapper was born in Britain but lived in Atlanta. Immigration authorities say he overstayed his visa, which expired 13 years ago.
I don't think the policy is broken. I feel like the way that they enforce the policy is broken.
While he was detained, an outpouring of support from some of the biggest names in the music industry.
Share your support.
And a petition with nearly 500,000 names to keep him in the U.S. permanently. Jay-Z providing a powerhouse legal team to get him out of the detention center and keep him in the country.
Walk us through February 3rd, just a few hours before Super Bowl is about to take place here in Atlanta, and you get pulled over. What happened?
I don't even know. I was just driving and I just seen guns and blue lights. And then I was in the back of a car and I was gone.
They tell you you're under arrest?
Nah, they didn't say nothing. They just said, "We got Savage."
They said, "We got Savage."
Yeah.
Sounds like this was potentially something they set out to do. This would have been targeted and not just a random traffic stop.
It was definitely targeted.
The 26-year-old, whose real name is Shea bin Abraham Joseph, says he came to the U.S. with his mom and brothers when he was 7 years old.
At a certain point, 2006, your visa expired.
I didn't know what a visa was. Like, I was 7 when I first came here. I knew I wasn't born here, but I didn't know like what that meant as far as when I transitioned into an adult, how it was gonna affect my life. I wasn't hiding it, but it's like I didn't want to get deported, so I'm not gonna just come out and be like, "Hey, by the way, I wasn't born here to world."
His arrest by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency came just days after the rapper released his music video, A Lot.
How many problems you got?
You have a line in there where you say, went through some things, but I couldn't imagine my kids stuck at the border.
Right.
Do you feel like you were targeted as a result of that? Basically being critical of the immigration system here?
My lawyers think that.
What do you think?
I don't really know. I can't really say. I would see why people would think that, but I really can't say.
The Department of Homeland Security has been aware he's been living here on an expired visa for some time. Back in 2017, he applied to become a lawful permanent resident.
I've been here 20 years, 19 years. This is all I know, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you should be arrested and put in a place where a murderer would be for just being in the country for too long.
Tell us about what the detention center was like.
I was like in one room all day.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Do you have that concern now that you might be kicked out?
Yeah, but I feel like I've been through so much in my life. Like, I've learned to embrace the times when I'm down, because they always build me up.
We are in the middle of securing his immigration status, so where he is a citizen, but it's very, very complicated, and there's a lot of steps that we have to go through.
His 3 children, too young to understand the complexities behind why Daddy was gone for 9 days.
Who the best daddy in the world?
What was that moment like yesterday when you got to hug them and see them?
They started jumping me.
On Wednesday, 21 Savage was released on $100,000 bond.
There are a lot of people who don't get a bond, who you left still back in the detention center. What's your message to them?
I feel your pain, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to try and bring awareness to your pain.
ICE confirms to us that 21 Savage was indeed apprehended during a targeted operation with federal and local law enforcement partners. He says his number one priority right now is becoming a U.S. citizen, George.
Okay, Lindsay, thanks for joining now by one of the members of the legal team brought in by Jay-Z, Alex Spiro, partner of Quinn Emanuel. Alex, thank you for joining us this morning. So ICE concedes he was targeted. The question is, was he targeted because of his music?
Yes, and we believe honestly that he was targeted, of course, like they said, and part of the reason we think is because he's both a celebrity and they can use this as a way to send a message, and also perhaps because of his music.
Is this the case that they would normally bring someone who's been here 19, 20 years?
We don't believe so. There's a lot of things about this case that are curious and troubling. Even if you start at the beginning, he's somebody who comes here as a young man. He's one of the dreamers, as they're called. And he comes over here and he has a singular offense for marijuana when he's a college-age person. That's vacated, sealed. There's no issue. He's getting a visa. He's operating in good faith. He's performing. He's giving back to his community. He's a son. He's a father. And yet they take this step, this unusual step, to arrest him the week before the Grammys and not give him bond. And we find the whole thing curious and troubling.
And so the big question now is what's next? Is he actually vulnerable to deportation?
He's certainly vulnerable, but we're confident, and his fans should be confident that he'll be able to remain here. And, we're hoping that will give, some hope to everybody else that fights these issues.
Well, and that's what I wanted to get to is 21 Savage says he wants to send a broader message to educate everyone about what's going on. What is the message?
Well, I think the message is that we can't forget about the people that don't have the resources, that don't have the fame to fight for their freedom, both in the criminal system and in the immigration system. There's people that are just totally forgotten that exist in these detention centers, and people like Jay-Z, and he stepped in for Meek Mill, and he stepped in here, and now I'm hoping people like 21 Savage will bring light to these issues and help the people that are forgotten.
Okay. Alex Spiro, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks so much.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
I don't even know, how to feel about that video, but, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section down below. I honestly feel like they could have took a different route, They could have reached out to him, anything. That man got money. If he don't got a visa or whatever, I understand that it's illegal. But at the same time, you got to give a person a chance, knowing that they got the money, the funds to, I don't even know, to pay their way back into the country or buy a visa or however you're supposed to do that or file for a visa. Let me know how y'all feel about 21 Savage being arrested. 21 Savage, my bad, being arrested. I honestly feel like, you know what I'm saying, he's straight. Jay-Z got some good lawyers behind him. This dude's sharp. You know what I'm saying? The way he came at everything. Oh yeah, my client, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying, the shortcut, you know what I'm saying? But how y'all feel about this? You know what I'm saying? 21 Savage fears deportation after ICE arrest. You know what I'm saying? Which anybody else would, you know what I'm saying, will have fear, because that man got kids who are USA citizens. And now on this video, before I said he was 12 when he came, but now I found out he was 7. You know what I'm saying? So it's all just a lot in question right now about what's going on with 21. I honestly feel like he gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel about it. Yeah, man, the man snapped. You know, if y'all want to see more videos like this about more like legal allegations and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, just let me know in the comment section down below. You know what I'm saying, the link to the original video that I just reacted to, so you can show your people or your homeboys or whatever what's going on with 21 Savage. It'll be in the description down below, so you can check that out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go show that boy 21 some love. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, you know what I'm saying, like some pictures, you know what I'm saying, comment, you know what I'm saying. I got a music channel that'll be in the description down below, Juice Boys Music, you know what I'm saying. But without further ado, this has been your boy Fat D with another reaction. Gang, 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 gang. On the road to 300 people.